G'day time, my Fuzzyites. Welcome back to Animal Crossing Wild World, day 95 at April 6th, 5:04 p.m. We do not have much time at all, as we're going to be playing, hopefully, with Corby Corbett, Jay, and some other people, doing something interesting. So yeah, kind of going to be a very quick day. Everything but trees and talking to people, probably. Just gotta go to Twitch to check my thing out, make sure I'm going through my beautiful voice. Alright, we are. Okay. So yeah, another simple day. Simple, quick day. Still gotta get my sleep schedule back to how it is, but there's so many addicting games. I found a new one now called Eterna Miner or whatever, where it's a mining game where you buy areas that are all mines that are all the same size. It's the Flower Festival. Oh shit, the Flower Festival. I have no idea what that means. Do we get something from the Flower Festival? I don't recall. What am I doing? Down here. Hi there, young fuzzy. Starting today, Fudgeberg is a bloom. I am Ice Sprout. Oh, it's the Flower Festival. Starts today. So if you want to learn more about it, you better butter me up. Pretty please. And 500 residents transform the area around their house into a garden of their dreams. After everyone in town is done, you can choose the best garden on the last day of the Flower Festival. I will grant the best gardener this team title of Green Thumb. Okay, so it's just not an item to get. Keep burning me up, perhaps I'll tell you more. You're the best. Hey, Locker, welcome. Lest you get any foolish ideas, it's not just about planting flowers willy-nilly. Fuel Garden is well planned in the sense of order and dignity. But for my money, I like the dazzling, dense array of flowers. Yes, very glamorous. Oh, you should take this, Sprout. Ooh, yellow rosebud. This is a symbol of my thanks for letting my heart garden bloom. With the... Jeez. Arter Recycler... Yes. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's definitely it. Do I want to continue chatting about the future of Dead by Daylight? Sure. Sure, if you want. What topic do you want to talk about now? In relation to Dead by Daylight, or anything, really. Yeah. Okay, so the Flower Festival, it doesn't seem like you get an item from that. It seems like just a, oh, there you go, you did it. Good job. So we're not going to worry about that. What is this you with? Check a fossil? Indeed. What fossil would you like me to appraise? You heard more about the D&D DBD movie after watching Booganju's video. It's probably going to be released next year or the year after that. Nice. I'm interested in that. It should be a thing. Nah, nothing else bothers. But we'll see how it goes. I feel like what Dead by Daylight should do is have an anthology TV show, which goes over, like, every episode consists of either a killer or survivor and telling their tale
before they came into the realm. All of them being about 30 minutes, or longer, depending if there's, like, more to show and they have a lot more of a story. They could do stuff, or they could do stuff, like with Trapper, have, like, episode 1 be his younger years, and then episode 2 when he grows up and shows what it's like. Then I think that would be cool. I think anthology series would be the best for Dead by Daylight, in my opinion. Or just having a TV show in general, what they could do is, like, have one episode of people inside the trials, or, you know, in the world, and then the next episode is, like, an episode showing the monster they fought, or one of the characters' backstory. I think that would be a really cool way of doing it as well. Showing what it's like inside and outside of the trials. It's also possible for licensed characters to appear besides Halloween. And Hellraiser. That would be neat. I think it'd be neat if they had licensed characters in the movie, even if it's just a cameo of just seeing in the background a character watching. I think that would be neat to build it up. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know how the hell a movie would even work. That's the thing. That's why I think a anthology series would be better for Dead by Daylight than a movie. Because, like, the only things I can think of in the movie would be, you just see how a trial would play out, or multiple trials, maybe. Let's see, if I were to do a Dead by Daylight movie, I would focus on one of the main 4 characters from the beginning. Or maybe all of them, depending on what we do. But, you know, Dwight... What is it? Dwight? Meg... No. Is it? Was she? Claudette and Jake, I want to say. I always forget who the original 4 are. Also, it's not going to be rated R. Oh, come on. So it's not going to be a good movie. It not being rated R doesn't automatically... Also, if it's not rated R. Yeah, no, sorry. I get ahead of myself while reading a lot of the time, as we all see. If it's not rated R, it's not a good movie. I think if it's not rated R... No, Dead by Daylight has to be rated R. You are right. It is one of those movies that if you do not go full on to, like, the horror, the body horror, the mutilations, and whatnot, like, you have to. I cannot see them going PG for that. And it being really good. But no, going back to what I was saying, if I was to make a movie, what I would probably do is have it set up where you're following one of the main 4 original characters as they go through different trials, facing different characters, trying to do the things, talking to people. But also, my worry with Dead by Daylight is, like, there's no escape from it. Unless the license gets pulled. But even then, if the license gets pulled, I'm a believer that even if a license gets pulled, like the Halloween one or Hellraiser, a lot of people talk about, like, oh, this has been pulled, they're no longer in the realm. I disagree. I think there is a difference between what we play in the game and all we have access to, and what is actually going on in the trials. I believe that there are a lot more people going through the trials than we have access to, as well as killers around the trials. Hell, we've heard about vampires being in the fog before. They might be talking about Dracula, but I feel like you're talking about something else. So, for me, I feel like, with Dead by Daylight, the world that we see in the games, currently, with all the realms and whatnot, is not the extent that is already in there. I think there's a lot more there that we just don't see. But either way, with a movie, and how the normal story goes, I guess what it would have to do, like, I say it should follow the main 4 characters, or the original 4 survivors, but they might do it with following one of the Watchers, actually. Or maybe a whole unique character, so we get a unique experience. And then it's just that unique character going in with people. Which, if they do that, maybe that's what... No. The movie's in production, never mind. I was gonna say, maybe that's what they're doing. They're creating the character for the next license, and they're gonna be part of the movie. I think that would be hilarious. Because they're doing an angel thing for the new story. But no, if they were doing that, which I would love if they did that, have a unique killer and survivor for the movie, and then it goes into and then they come to Dead by Daylight and you can actually play as them. I think that would be a very smart, very, very smart addition in the future. This is some of the original survivors need to appear just to die. Yeah. And that's where it comes to. Because, like, overall, of course, I don't know absolutely everything about about Dead by Daylight. I watch a lot of videos about lore sometimes and whatnot, but it's been a while. So that's my extent. But I know, like, there's no real way to leave the entity once you're in it. There's a void realm, which things get put so they can't come back, unless you are, Blight, in which case you come back from that, and get rewarded by being part of the, killers. But, like, overall, it's... like, they can't do certain things like, oh, it's over, we killed the entity, everything goes. Because then people are going to be like, well, that's just bullshit, you can't do that. And, like, what else is there? Because literally, the whole in-game thing of with the entity in the trials is, you're in the camp, you get selected, you go to a trial. You live, escape, die. Either you escape or you die, and you're sent back to the camp. If you die, you lose your memories. If you die, you lose your memories. If you live, I think you keep your memories. And you just keep going until the entity takes every bit of emotion from you that it can, and then discards you into the void. So like I said, if you live and keep your memories, no wonder why Meg doesn't remember anything. Oh. Oh. I think if you live, you keep your memories. All I know for certain is that you lose your memories, and that's why some people are a little more out of it than others. Possibly. But I know you lose your memories. But, like, yeah. It's just one of those things. Where it's also with Dead by Daylight, there's way too much going on in the Dead by Daylight thing to have one movie, I feel, and make it like concrete, a beginning, middle, and end, and have it be satisfying. To where it's like, yeah, I'd like to see another one. I want to see where this goes. Unless they change up the things wildly. Which, you know, they always could. They could say fuck you to the, everything and just do their own thing. Imagine in the cliffhanger and it takes another 5 years to release a second. I wouldn't like that, but if it was a good captivating tale, then yeah, I'd be down for that. I'd like Dead by Daylight to be a you know, consistent release. Shit. No, we had that. But yeah, like, but for me, I think there's just way too much, from like the alternate killers to many survivors and whatnot, to have a movie just go to be and make everyone happy, which, you know, no matter what, someone's gonna be upset with it. That's just the way of... Do we have 2 Ruby walls? Because yeah, I think there's just too much for a good story to have a beginning, middle, and end. Like I said, I think best thing they could do would be have a, and like I said, an anthology series following, like I said, one episode in the arenas and everything going through, where like you meet a killer. Some of them you follow behind a survivor, like for example Dwight, as he goes through it. You see kind of his moves where he's like, go over there, come help me out here, together we can do this faster. Referencing some of his perks and whatnot. And then the next episode, we go into Dwight's backstory and seeing Dwight outside of the trials in the real world where he originally was. As he goes through, lives his life, yada yada yada. And then the next episode, we follow the Huntress as you watch her stalk prey, find them, and kill them. And in the next episode, you go into the Huntress's backstory and see what she was doing outside of the realm. I think doing something like that is, to me, would be the best case scenario for this. Because again, there's just so much for Dead by Daylight. But I think doing little anthology stories where every episode follows a different character, either survivor or killer, or even hell, have the Watcher or someone like that, or someone not even in the trials, as we see what they're doing, like the Mad Designer or something like that. To me, I think that would be the only way to do a really good story that hits on a lot of good plot points. That fairly shows everything from the place. Because like I said, not that they can't make a good movie out of it. Oh, first one we do and we miss some, that's good. But I feel like there's too much in DBD that either you're going to have to do like 10 to 20 different movies to capture a lot of it, or else you're going to have to do an anthology series. Or who knows, maybe it's going to be an anthology movie where the movie's going to be split up into like 3 or 4 parts, and you follow different characters in that regard. It could also just be a flashback movie, where, like, you see them go through, they're attacked by someone, and then it flashes back to another point in their life, and it goes back and forth like that. But, you know, we'll see. Like I said, not impossible to make a good movie out of the concept they're doing. But I think it's going to be very tough to get something that a lot of people will like and accept. With there being so much. You haven't played DBD in a long time? Same. Stop to do stuff, get better sleep for Animal Crossing, and yeah, haven't gone back. Assume it. Probably gonna get back soon. Yeah, I'll get back eventually. I do like it. Just other priorities right now. Which I'm not even really doing, because I'm a fucking slacker. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I know the Dead by Daylight movie has been in development, I want to say, for like 5 years or longer. So it has had a lot of time. Oh, shoot. But yeah. I hope they do good with the movie. I hope it goes over very well. You know what it is. Because it's 5 in the afternoon, they're probably not going to show their lights, huh? Yeah, we got that. You think Slenderman could come to the game? See, it's the thing with adding characters into the game is, like, they could add any killer into the game, but it comes down to, like, what would their powers be to make it warranted? With Slenderman, man, I mean, he has the teleportation thing to go behind you. He has the letters, or the notes on areas. That could be neat, where the more pages you get as a survivor, the faster you go, or something like that. But at the same time, the more pages you take, the faster Slenderman gets, and the more his skills power up. But I think Slenderman would be a good alternative, good alternate costume for someone. Maybe the Hag because of the teleportation. Oh, either the Hag or Wraith. I think Wraith would work good, just to randomly walk around, appear, and then slash people. Who the hell needed medicine? Well, Slenderman doesn't eat people. He doesn't need to eat people to kill them. Who needed the frickin' medicine? Because, yeah, we're gonna do that and then call it. And I'll be back very shortly, hopefully, for a fun event we're doing with Corby Corvid, Jay, Nick, and some other people. Okay, whose house am I missing? Have we skipped them too many days so they got better on their own, maybe? Can't wait for tomorrow to chat. It's in the way. Yeah, we'll talk more then. Like... Okay, it is you. We just got out of their, we got them out of their I'm visibly sick era. Alright, well, we'll call this here. Thank you, my Fuzzies, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for Locker for being here and talking to me. And yeah, we'll see you all next anytime tomorrow. But like I said, I'll be back very shortly for another thing we're doing. Hopefully, unless it falls through, but it seems like people are getting ready now. Thank you, and we'll see you all next anytime. Take care.